and then we turn it back on them. You trying to take up for oppressors? And they say, I'm not trying to take up for oppressors. Well, that's all those verses are talking about. Those verses are about oppressors. Those verses are not about people who are friendly towards us. Those verses are not about people who are neutral towards us. It's only about those who want to oppress us. That's all it is. Right? And so I think we need to, just try to break it down. Just try to break it down, and then, because that's what it is. See, what they're doing is they're showing the effect. They're not showing the cause. Once you just show the effect and not the cause, what does Allah say in the Quran? The blame is on those who oppress. The blame is on those who oppress. And see, Allah wanted to make sure that we didn't get caught up in that blame the victim thing. Because that's what they'll do. They'll blame the victim. Why do the Palestinians always, God, why do they do that? That kind of thing, right? You're blaming the victim. What are you doing? You're blaming the victim. The blame is on those who oppress. Don't deal with the effect. Let's deal with the cause. And so that's what they do. You see the effect, you don't see the cause. And so the American people eat that up. And so, inshallah, the truth will prevail. Yes, sir, brother.
Today, I heard wonderful talks by you, Mr. Malik. I'm very grateful. I am a Catholic. I had a mass, private mass, with the Pope, John Paul II, when I was 25 years anniversary married. I received Holy Communion from the Pope. I feel so happy to consider the Muslim people as my relatives, my brothers. I just returned from Iran, where I presented the medical paper on diabetes, and I never felt so safe in my life. There, they see a person raping a child, and people will stop and kill that brute. Here, we see some child being raped, and just to continue driving. The rape of the Palestinian, you continue driving. But being a Latin man, you don't imagine how many brothers you have with Evo Morales in Bolivia, particular Hugo Chavez in Venezuela, Correa in Ecuador, Daniel Ortega in Nicaragua. I feel like a Christian in early time fighting the Roman Empire. And that is what the Palestinians are doing.
It's interesting that the two hot spots in the world that are challenging U.S. imperialism is the Muslim world and Latin America.
That's right.
Right? And then look how Allah works it. The Muslim world and Latin America are challenging U.S. imperialism. And then you see people like Hugo Chavez and the crew hooking up with Ahmadinejad in Iran and so on and so forth, right? No, but check this out, though. But then you look at the local level and you see the Muslims on campuses and they type with Medja. You feel me? They type with Medja. So what's happening on an international level is manifesting itself on a local level. Because if the Muslim world and Latin America, we definitely homies. You know what I'm saying? And then you deal with the fact that there are many new Muslims coming into the fold, and many of them are Latin Americans. So Allah is just deep. You know what I'm saying? Bush can do whatever he wants. That idiot. He can do whatever he wants. Whatever Bush does, it always benefits. You know your stuff is raggedy. When you do something to stop a certain thing, and the thing that you do helps bring it about, your stuff is raggedy. You're being set up by Allah. Because in your mind, you're thinking this is going to stop it. And when it does, it causes it to come about. Allah's God. So, yeah.
Thank you for coming to talk. You made some very valid points today, and I really appreciated it. But it concerned me a little bit when you said you didn't vote. So my question to you, sir, is why don't you vote when you say silence is consent? We as Muslims and Arabs, in my case, we don't have any major power here in America. When we sign petitions, we rally, we do all these things to try to get attention, but when we don't vote, we don't put anyone to listen to us. It's falling on deaf ears. So, I mean, what else can we do besides vote? And of course, these rallies and these petitions and everything, they're making a statement. People are listening. But if we don't elect someone in power to represent us, then what else can we do?
What else we can do is to build our own institutions and not rely on them. I don't vote because the system is corrupt. It's illegitimate. It's illegitimate. Like, there are countries that they talk about, and they'll talk about those countries like they're backwards. And when people vote for a president, it's direct elections. In America, there's not even direct elections for a president. You're voting for someone who's supposed to vote for the president. The Electoral College, that the Americans didn't know anything about until the year 2000. They thought it was a university in Wisconsin somewhere. You know what I'm saying? but when 2000 hit, they knew about the Electoral College, right? And so that's illegitimate. Politicians. You know what? American people, the average American, they don't vote that much. And this system benefits them. And they don't vote that much because they know how corrupt the system is. This system needs to be totally overturned. Is it the Constitution or the Bill of Rights? When any other form of government becomes a servant of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and institute a new government. I went to class that day. That's either the Constitution or the Bill of Rights. That the American people, when the system breaks down, the government breaks down, the American people have the right to abolish that government and institute a new one. It's time for that. Because these politicians are owned by the rich. They don't serve the people. Don't you know when politicians start slashing and burning, they go after the people who can't defend themselves? They slash and burn on the poor. They slash and burn on the students. They slash and burn on the people who can't defend themselves. They don't go after the corporations. They don't go after the rich. That's who controls them. So we simply say that our strongest leaders, African Americans, our strongest leaders were always outside the system. Always outside the system. Malcolm, Martin, Garvey, I mean, they were always outside the system. Once you get into that system, you're bought and sold. You're bought and sold. And so that's why, you know, there's some trepidation with respect to Obama. Wait a minute, how is he raising all this money? How come the system is not rejecting him? How come he's not being rejected by the system? Because when you're honest and when you don't want to be owned by anybody except the people, the system rejects you. It doesn't compute because it's so corrupt. So we just say that building communities, building our own institutions, getting organized. And check this out. One more thing real quick. That's their concept of leadership. Check this out. When a leader of a country or anywhere says to somebody, I don't have to serve you because you didn't vote for me, that's not going to get over on the day of judgment. The one God, Allah is not going to accept that. If someone's in a leadership position and there are people under that leader who need help, it's not about whether you voted for me or not. You're the leader. You have to address my needs. So it's not about whether we vote for them or not. That's a concept, a definition of leadership that's theirs. It don't matter who's in there. If you're the leader, you owe the people. And so it's just an illegitimate system. It's an illegitimate system. So by voting in it, it makes it look like that it's legitimate. So I don't want to give it that legitimacy.
Real quick, one last question.
In that case, no, I'll skip that.
Now that's a brother back there. What was it though, man? Real quick. What was it, real quick?
It was about waking up other youth.
How?
How do we go about doing that?
Let me. I didn't want to do that. Okay, we will. By knowing a number of things. Knowing what the youth are going through. Knowing what the youth are going through. I know for black youth in the hood, they're public enemy number one. They're targeted. Black youth are targeted, particularly black males. They're being literally targeted. And a black male can be killed at any time, and the cops will get off. All right? We have to realize that with respect to our youth, our black males, we talked about this before, our black males are growing up without fathers. They're getting a poor education, usually special ed, then they're dropping out, and then they're ending up in the streets. And once they end up in the streets, they're ending up in jail, in juvenile hall. And so as these young African American women who are here, a couple of them, I don't know. So the further up they go, the less brothers they see. The less brothers they see. Because